Apple iPhone 6s, there's never been a better time to buy last year's iPhone. As rumored, the new iPhones no longer have a headphone jack, and the new home button, which doesn't actually press down anymore, can feel a little weird. The phone's design hasn't changed much at all, except for a slight redesign to the antennas around back. Here's the full list of changes. Those could be reason enough to stick with the iPhone 6s, particularly because the 6s is already good enough for practically anything you'd want to do. But there's also a new reason to buy the iPhone 6s. Apple has doubled the storage and reduced the price in one fell swoop. While you'd previously have to pay $649, £539 or 1,079 Australian dollars for a 16GB iPhone 6s, you'll now be able to have a more spacious 32GB model for just $549, 499 pounds or 929 Australian dollars off contract. It's never been a better time to buy last year's iPhone. When I showed the iPhone 6s to one of my wife's friends, she got nostalgic. She waxed emotional about its predecessor, the iPhone 6. It changed her life. Bigger screen, better camera, and Apple Pay. Everyone wanted these things. It was as close to a perfect phone as I've ever seen. All it ever really lacked was a better battery, plus notwithstanding. I showed her 3D Touch, Apple's newest technology on these iPhones. She pressed on the hypnotically animated lock screen, a swimming fish. She watched it dance under her finger. And yes, she was impressed. But when I showed her everything else 3D Touch does, she said, "I'm not sure I'd really use this." This year's follow-up iPhone, the iPhone 6s, doesn't improve on the battery. And its newest features aren't as instantly game-changing, at least not on the surface. That's obvious, it's an S-year iPhone, and Apple always uses these subtle every other year's upgrades to tweak design and ramp up processor speeds. It's the phone for people who didn't get the iPhone 6 last year. And for the past few years, as phones have introduced evolutionary changes that seriously evolved the phone, the iPhone 4S added Siri, and the iPhone 5S debuted the Touch ID fingerprint sensor. The new iPhone 6s and 6s Plus look the same, except for the metallic pink rose gold model, as last year's iPhones. In a lot of ways they also feel the same. But there are hidden advantages at play. The newest, boldest tech is a new pressure-sensitive touchscreen technology called 3D Touch. There are lots of other improvements, too: better cameras, better overall system speed, and always on, and I mean always on, unless you turn it off, Siri. And, something I didn't even get a chance to test fully, a completely redesigned construction with a reinforced glass screen, which Apple promises is sturdier all around. We'll get to that in the next few weeks, but that alone could make a difference for a lot of would-be buyers. 3D Touch might be the next big idea in touchscreens and interfaces. But does it make these new iPhones must-haves for that reason alone? I think it will, down the road, when more apps are here. But right now, its software advantages are subtle.